Team, 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 team. We love the word team. We have teams everywhere. We have marketing teams, we have sales teams, we have IT team, we have QA team, we have finance team, and other team kind of teams. Plenty of them in an organization. How many of you are inside a team? Okay, let me check one more, because we love the team so much that we have a lot of them. How many of you are in more than one team? Yeah, this is pretty common. So, what is usually happening? What is usually happening when what we get? We call team anything we have in the organization. But later on, what we discover often is the thing we have in the organization is just a group of people reporting to the one person, to one manager. Sometimes going for a beer, but it's not a team. And at the same time, when I'm talking with the executive or different organization, they say, yeah, we want to have a teamwork. Yes, we want to have people to collaborate. And we look into the organization, we look how they work together, and we figure out they have everything in place to get an opposite behavior. So we have clear roles and responsibilities, not allowing you to do anything else than you are supposed to. We have the task listed for you, or individual goals listed for you. And we have a lot of things that force you to behave exactly the opposite as the management want us to do. So, in this case, management often reach for the most impressive gun they have, at teamwork workshops. So you go off-site, you spend 2 days with people from the group you have, building something stupid, and after 2 days you go back to the same tools, to the same task, to the same work, and for some reason no teamwork is happening. So there is a hope in that. There is a good news. There are people who know how to create the teams, and I've been watching at the companies who do great teams, and I've been watching for companies who can do great teams, and I will share some of my observation with you. So basically what I come up with is that there are 3 main ingredients of the team. Now, I'm going to share with them, of course, with you. So the very first one, if I ask people what is the difference between group of people and a team, what I'm going to hear is basically one goal. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're basically thinking now, Doug, this guy is going to talk for 20 minutes about things that is obvious, except you don't think Doug. So it is obvious, but in case of most of the companies, this is exactly what I'm seeing. So I go into the company, we have a meeting, there is a team, and I come in and they say, this is a team, hi team, this is Tomek, hi Tomek, and the end of the story goes like that. So we had those 3 people. By the way, these are people, for those who don't recognize those. And they are working on our new fancy product. And we have those 2 people, and they're maintaining the old product. And there in the corner, there is John, and John is doing bug fixing. Oh, you know John. So I said, awesome, you have 3 teams. No, that's one team. That's the development team. Okay, so if John has too much thing to do on his plate, are the other people going to help him? Not really, because they have some other priorities, but he can send him the email and they will respond. That's collaboration. All right, so in most cases, what I'm hearing is like we have one goal, but in cases when you start talking to people, everyone in your team has a different goal. Everyone in your group has something else to do. And that is why the collaboration doesn't happen, because you don't care about what other people are doing in your group. So the thing we're looking for is basically, first of all, we want to deliver value. Again, that sounds super obvious, but the thing is that most cases what those people do, they deliver kind of documents or some input to other people in the organization, and from your customer perspective, they don't add any value. So what we're looking for is we want those people to work together, closely together, to deliver something that has value from the customer perspective, from your user perspective. Now, what does it mean? It means that sometimes you don't look at your task only, you look at how the other people are working together, what needs to happen. And when people understand that their goal is not to do their task, amazing things happen in the organization. When those people understand that it is the goal to deliver value, not the task, they're looking how I can help you, how we can collaborate right together. This is the magic I've seen in many organizations. And the change that needs to happen is that the approach you have, either I'm here to do my task, I'm here to do my job, or I'm here to deliver value. And if I'm here to deliver value, maybe I need to talk with other people in my team, or maybe I need to call customer. How many times you have recently called your customer? That's a question we're not going to answer now. But often you need to have a conversation with people outside your team. How many times did happen, and how many times you're expecting someone else to do this? And at the end, we go for another meeting, and in this meeting we said, well, I did my task, and I will be doing my task, and someone else needs to take care of the coordination. As the result of that, what we're looking for is would like to have no formal roles inside the team. Again, someone will be working in software development, and in software development you have developers, we have QA, and the developers is coming to the picture, then the goal of the developer is to write code. When the tester is coming to the picture, the goal of the tester is to test. Most likely what you discover, it is not working at the end of the day, because no one remembered to make this work together. So it is not that you know everything joining the team, but it's about leave your business cards before you enter the room. Make sure that your goal is to deliver value, not to do your task. And as a result of this one, the next point will be that should be D. We want those people to be dedicated, which basically means I want John to be in one team. And why is that? Because if there are two teams, and John is supposed to be in two teams, as most of you are right now, and both teams need John, then the John needs to decide who is going to help and who is not. Well, he can throw the coin, he can do this or the other way around, but at the end of the day, again, he has two goals, not one goal. So this is one point. Number second, to deliver value, what we're looking for is we're looking for a team that is independent externally. But this means the team can deliver the value. So they have all the skills, all the necessary knowledge, all the necessary tools to deliver value. And basically, one of the words you're going to hear more often is cross-functional team. But this also means that in cross-functional team, you need someone to have a conversation with the user. You need to have someone who will understand the user needs, maybe do some experiment around those, maybe do some prototyping, all this stuff. So what you discover often is that when you're moving to the cross-functional team, your team is going to grow. But in this case, you have two options. You can either get more and more and more people into your team, or the other options you have is to help people learn. And in some of the organizations, not all of them, but in some of the organizations, what is happening, what is amazingly happening, is the team decide if they want to learn new skills because they need them, because they're missing those skills to deliver value, or if they want to hire someone. It's not some manager outside the team, but it's the team which decide. And as a consequence of having an independent team, what we're looking for is we want to be empowered. So what we're looking for the team, we're looking for people who can do anything by themselves, which means basically you don't have external managers, external deciders, external architects, or external anything else in your organization who can make a decision, because otherwise the team needs to go with every single decision to ask the question, go back, find another question, go again, ask the question. So you want to have a decision making at the team level as well. And last but not least, because all this decision making is happening here, then the planning and delivery, so tracking what is happening, is on the team level as well. So we want the team, not the external manager, to decide who do what, who works on that, who works on different things, right? Now, if that sounds simple, then we're going to the number 3. And the number 3 is the biggest difference between the group of people and the team. So I was going to Warsaw last week, and we've been in train, like 200, 500 people. I have no idea how many people go into the train. We have one goal, reach Warsaw, which is not easy, by the way. And we weren't much team, right? So when I ask people about what is the difference between us in the train and the team, many people say there need to be communication. Okay. So we get a lot of communication during the lunch break or during the coffee break at this conference. Not quite sure if we are the team. If you go to doctor in Poland, there will be a lot of communication in the queue with all other people. I'm certain that you are not the team with those people, right? So the communication is the consequence of the last point. And the last point is what we're looking for. We're looking for the internally dependent people, which basically means I need you, you need me to do something. Because if I don't need you, then why the hell we should spend time talking about what you did and what I'm doing? Well, we can go for a beer and have a conversation about this one, but we can also have a conversation about how it's going with my cat or when I'm going for vacation. It's the same interesting conversation. Because if I don't care what you're doing, why the hell we should spend time at work having the conversation about this thing? So only if I need you and you need me, then the teamwork is going to happen. And this is one of the things that often we're missing in most of the team. So when we have a sales team, and each of the person in the sales team, you have an individual target, not much of the team, not much of the dependency. We can have a conversation over lunch, but that's still not the team. So, whoopsie, sorry, forget about this one. So what we're looking for, first of all, we're looking for the situation when each individual can have a conversation with the other people. And if we have a standard classical structure of your organization, which usually look like this way. So you get like few people and one manager, and we want people to communicate with each other, then soon you will discover a bottleneck in this system, and it's here. So what we want to have not a single person who decides who do what, but we want to have an option to have a conversation between all the people. So what we're looking for is looking for no formal managers, leaders inside. It doesn't mean that the team won't have leaders, but that's going to be more like situational leaders. We know when there are some problems and someone say, oops, then we know what to do in good teams, and doesn't mean that they're formal leaders. Now, as a consequence of that, there are no managers, so there is no one else to tell the people how to work, what kind of tools to use. The consequence of that will be that the team will be self-managing, which basically means often the goal comes from outside, from your organization, but how you work together, what kind of tools you're using, which kind of tools are supporting your communication, which are slowing you down, this is what you are supposed to do. And last but not least, if you have 5 people, then the number of communication channels is pretty okay. But then in the moment we start growing our team, then the number of channels are starting to grow as well. And soon you discover that so many people are talking to each other that you have no idea what is happening. So the last point here will be to have a rather small team. Now, the thing is, like, this sounds like a magic kingdom, and you can look at this one and say, hey, awesome, it's not going to happen at my organization. So here are a few points I can share with you to give you some idea how to start with this. First of all, have the communication about what the team works for you in the organization. Most of the people have some idea in their mind what the team works. Again, having some Jira installed is a teamwork for some of the organization. Avoid that. So make sure that you have a same definition of teamwork. Number 2, decide if you want to work as a team. Now, I've never seen people to work in the team when they've been forced to work in the team. So if the people don't want to work in the team, it's not going to happen. So make sure that the people want, and it's, as I say, we love the word team, but in most cases, this means that you won't be doing exactly the same thing as you are doing right now. It means that you will be doing the things you don't want to do right now because they are boring, because we have some other people in the basement to take care of those items. If you work in the team, then basically maybe you need to call the customer or have a conversation with the other team, or maybe with the legal department to make sure that you can deliver. Now, when you decide, the next point is you change the structure. And why is that? Because most cases you figure out that you cannot have all those items in place right now, so you need to change the structure. It usually means that you won't get the perfect solution because you have just one John in the whole company, and there are 5 teams who want to know what Johns know. So you're not looking for perfect solution, you're looking for good enough solution. And then what you do, you improve. So you ask the team how the team can be better. Again, this is about learning, this is about getting more people into your organization, I don't know, but this is how you can improve. And both change and improvement is happening, so this is not just the theory that Wykowski has in mind. And last but not least, you're not going to change the whole organization at once. So what you're looking for is to learn what kind of mistakes you have. And I can say you plenty of mistakes I made creating the team, so I can share them later on. But what you're looking for learning how you can change the other part of the organization. And I know that sounds super simple. It is not. It is often painful because you need to leave the comfort zone. But the thing is, you have 2 options. Either you do your task for the next 10, 20, 30 years, or you create an amazing team and you deliver a value for in amazing products for amazing customers. And I really wish you for the second. Thank you very much.